My husband wants to take his biological child on a trip for graduating 8th grade, but not his stepchild who is also graduating in the 8th grade. I'm upset and he doesn't see why. How do I make him understand? Is her husband wrong for not taking her stepson on this trip, Craig?
All right, look, okay, all right, all right, man. All things that you say while you're trying to gather a thought to not seem as toxic as you probably are. Look, I'm not obligated to do nothing for the other shorty. I'm not obligated as the man to do anything for the other one if I'm taking care of my son. I don't care if they the same age. And if we being honest, she didn't give enough context because I don't know which kid this is. They are the same age, different daddies. So you was lying to somebody. Am I the liee or
Well,
the
that's
one
not
being
true. He
lied
could
to?
have he could have met her later. They blended families. She got an 8-year old. He got she got a what would that be? 13-year old, 14-year old. He got 13, 14-year old.
Oh, so we saying in that
They're
situation?
married. It ain't saying like the kids are. He's saying he has a son. She has
All
a
right,
son.
my bad. Okay, I listened to this wrong. My bad. Let me take all of that back and go back on your level. They married. Changes the whole thing.
Mhm.
They married. This
Except
the
her
husband,
Yep.
and he took the son he had with him somewhere and didn't do the same.
With
No,
her
I don't
stepson.
care if it's a piece of cake. I don't care if you bought some Nerds gummies and you got an extra pack at the store and you came home and gave it to your son and not the stepson. You wrong, son. You wrong, fam. As the husband who bought into this, married into this, raising this kid with your kid, you wrong. This is his brother. It's the same thing, and you have to treat him as your own. As a husband, married man, I don't see how you can not be um I don't see how you can not be obligated to treat them the same because they are brothers, because that is technically your stepson, and I'm assuming you've been raising him to the same degree. I don't know nothing but what you said, and I didn't even think about the married part, but you right on that. You married her, you got to do the
what I
same.
said. I ain't saying
You
that
got to
yet.
do the
You
same
still
for us.
answering.
No, because you
But-
said a husband, and I didn't think
Oh no, yeah, in that scenario, it's a
It didn't click to me. You pretty much reminded me that
Yeah.
husband mean man.
Well, I'll say this, Craig.
I'm a little
A part of me would say I totally agree with what you just. This the second part of what you said. But then this is where my opinion is different, and I can't let that be my opinion. It depends. When everything is good, when it's the scenario that you describing, like we together, our kids been raised together, my kid graduate as the dad of the house, I should take care of that. From that scenario, I understand, especially if there is a relationship with his stepchild. If his stepchild sees you as I ain't even gonna say as my dad, but he sees you as my stepdad or a second dad or whatever. If that's the relationship, you dead wrong for not taking your stepchild.
Yep.
But as a person who done been in situations with women with kids, bro, it's different. One of my exes had a son. It was like I had a third son. I go buy my kid shoes, I buy her kid shoes. I go buy my kid clothes, I go buy him clothes. If we all going to the movies, he's coming to the movies. But that's because I had that relationship with him. He gave me that relationship with him. I could tell him like, hey, go clean that up. He respected just like my kids respected. So as a man, I would not do anything for my kids and not do it for him because I had built that rapport with him. And I wish I stayed in contact, but his mother gonna block my number. She's so petty. But
They always be hating.
just hating, bro. But my relationship with him ain't got nothing to do with me and you. But whatever. Flip side, I've also been in a situation where those kids rejected me from hello. They really wasn't messing with me, and there was no support for those kids to build a relationship with me. So if I wanted to go take my kids, I ain't saying I did this. I would typically, like Christmas come, I get everybody something, whatever. But if I wanted to go do something with me and my kids, which we did all the time, we still went bowling, we did our separate thing as Fort Boys. But like I didn't feel obligated to always invite them because if you're not going to have that relationship with me, I'm not going to force the relationship. So it depends. I can say like I can see both sides, and I hate being I can see both sides person.
But it definitely depends. I get you on that because that do make sense. It depends on the relationship you got. If the kid is cool, I might rock with the kid. I mean, not rock with the kid. I might rock with the mom for years, and the kid been, you know what I'm saying, annoyance. Trying not to curse, but y'all know what I want to say. He been an annoyance, the other A word, for years, and I might not enjoy being around him. So no, I'm not going to take him or bring him. Blah blah blah. That could be cool too. I'm thinking in this situation, the ideal situation. Kid cool. I'm married. I'm raising a. Hey.
Shout out to the live chat, Scoop.
Kid. I'm thinking in my head, kid cool. I'm married to the mom, so I'm raising the kid with my kid, and also this is my kid's brother. And if I raise my kid to be dope and righteous and right, he will want his little brother or his big brother or his sibling to come with him and enjoy this stuff.
And you're right.
So
that's a valid point. That's a very
that's
valid
what
point.
I'm assuming in this scenario.
That's why I'm assuming
now
the
that's
dependent
all what you're
scenario.
saying,
Because
married.
if the kid's not close either,
Yeah.
So if I'm not close and my kids, because I would assume that too, Craig. If I grow up around this kid, we the same age, we in the same grade. I would assume we cool, so I'm be like, hey, why we ain't taking Craig too? Like, why can Craig go?
If I raise him right enough, he finds it dope that he has a brother that's the same age as him, going through the same stuff as him, but they not quote unquote brother, I should say, but they not twins because you say the same age, both in 8th grade, right? So they both going through the same experience. Now, if I'm not married and this is just a boyfriend, girlfriend, a hookup, whatever you want to call it. Now, all of that depends on the relationship between my kid and that kid. Not even my kid, not even me and the girl kid. My kid and that girl kid. Because if I'm doing something for my kid and my kid look at that kid like a brother or a friend or whatever, and he asks him to come along,
That was my situation.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I would not bring him.
Yeah,
He with us all the time.
Man.
Like
yeah,
they
of
graduate,
course.
we all going to hang out and kick it. Like, and I enjoyed that stuff. Like, I don't think I would ever want to date a woman and me and they kids don't have our own relationship, because I need a separate relationship than like the mother with their kids, because I need to be able to talk to them like I can talk to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to, when they right, praise them. When they wrong, tell them they wrong. When they sit there and respect it. Like, I ain't the type to I ain't finna argue with my kids, bro. So I dang sure ain't finna be going back and forth with nobody else's kids. So I think it's very important on the relationship that the kids build with that person and that person build with the kids. Because even if my kids and them be beefing, oh well. They're still going, so you better get over your beef. You got to learn how to deal with conflict. You got to learn how to get through conflict. Anyway, this is gonna be your sibling at some point.
What
so
I'm saying.
I'm not. They're still going.
That's why my only thing was how my kid would feel about the other kid. If that's really your boy, you feel like that's your brother, whatever. You want him there. I didn't even think about how I don't care. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you mad at whatever. He want him there. They want to be together. They want to be with each other. They want to be siblings. Like I say, I'm thinking thinking I'm in this scenario. You know, me and the girl, we cool, we together, whatever it is. That's the thing. I didn't even think about like if we was beefing or nothing, and this just happened to be.
No, I ain't talking about me and her beefing. I'm talking about
what I'm saying.
If the kids are beefing.
Take it to another hypothetical.
She wouldn't.
Where
I ain't mentioned her.
Now
she don't matter.
Me and the girl beefing, but I got so much history with. Our kids got so much history.
You shouldn't be treated.
You gotta chill.
You gotta chill. And that's what happened with me. Me and her, I ended up.
It's his B-day, they graduation, whatever it is.
Bro, that's literally
you
what
gotta
happened.
chill, man.
I had met somebody else, so the communication got wonky. She got in her feelings, and then because I was still communicating with her son through this whole time.
And vice versa. If y'all doing something, then my kid,
that's when it gets petty, bro. Like I ain't that.
I'm
petty.
not.
When my last situation ended, my son was still really cool with her daughters and stuff. So like I didn't tweak on my son. He'd be like, you can't talk to them. Like I'm not. He still talks to them now. Like I'm not on that. If as a man,
nothing to do.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. Whatever our situation is, ain't got nothing to do with our kids and the relationship they built. And when the other situation where me and her son was good and close, my son was bothered by that, bro. And now I got to explain to my son like why we can't pick him up no more. And it's like he don't understand. Where I'm like, man, it ain't.
Yeah, he don't understand all this adult pettiness. You know, because that's really all it is at the end of the day. Yeah. But all right, what else you had?
All right, so
Oh, basically, what was the answer to that question? Was the husband wrong for not taking them? Yes, he was.
I said dependent.
He
so
was wrong.
I,
Well, dependent ultimately, but
Yeah.
just given that situation in that small paragraph, I'm gonna say he was wrong. Take this day graduation, keep them together.
you
Let 'em
gotta
go.
you gotta know when to fight for the kids and when not to.